hit start recording instead of start streaming. Awesome sauce. Anyways, great intro already. As per usual, we are professionals. Hi. Welcome to Toonkind at 12 FPS. This is the fucking most current thing in the timeline. Yes. This is the 12 FPS between a beloved friend and I called Something New. Title card made by the beloved KT, who is here in the chat with us. Thank you very much. I am Babel. I will be playing Puppy Grandma, and I am joined today by the wonderful, the awesome, the beloved, the extremely just overwhelmingly great. I'm not good with words, but I gesture at author, very beloved.
Fuck.
Suffer. Heart emoji.
Hi, I'm author. I'm playing chicken. I'm playing a chicken. That's all.
Suffer heart emoji.
Oh, when? Hey, Babel, where are we?
We are, I think, probably at the apartment in Toontown above Juniper's shop. Or yeah, probably in the kitchen of it. Or at least that's where Juniper is, and she's staring at some blueprints.
I think I think we agreed that it was probably pretty soon after they got back.
As soon as they had a moment after that, because I do gesture at the fact that they both came home to like a lot of shit going down. So as soon as they have a moment to themselves.
Yeah.
So wherever that may be, it is there.
I think that, like, TFC has gotten back with, probably from, like, meeting Scribbles, to talk about the whole, a dragon might be out for us thing. And they just, like, I think they stop in the, like, the threshold of the kitchen, and they just take a second to just watch her, and just sort of relish in the fact that she exists and is herself.
The hand that you can see is the one that has the ring on it. And it's
that gaudy piece of shit of a ring, yep.
That she loves so much.
They're going to kill Camille. They will kill Camille. Many have tried, all have failed, but they will kill Camille. That, or they're going to buy him, like, a lifetime supply of ice cream. And I think that they flutter up onto the counter, and they look at the blueprints, and they wait for her to notice them.
Alright, puppy. How deep are you in these blueprints? How deep are you in these blueprints and your very gay thoughts are you?
Roll for gay. Oh no. That's pretty gay.
She is having such gay thoughts that she's got nothing on the blueprints at the moment. There's like actually no, there's a heart on it.
TFC looks at that. It has to like hop back down off the counter and like hide for a second because oof. Oh boy. Oh boy, they're in it. They sure are fucking in it.
The gay cannot be contained.
They, after a very long while, they will hop back up on the counter and I think they just watch her with the staffiest expression that their little chickeny face is capable of.
My god. They're so fucking gay.
Yeah. This is off topic, but have you ever tried to explain to your friends and loved ones what goes on in these this wonderful universe of Toonkind Dandy?
I
Like,
have.
hey, what was your game about today? It was about a puppy and a chicken being gay. What?
I have. And literally, my older brother, um, he just kind of pats me and is like, that's nice. Because he does not understand, but he's glad I'm having fun.
Valid.
Like, it's not that he doesn't care, it's that he does not understand. And, like, he tries, but he sucks at expressing it. And I love him.
Mm.
He expresses it enough to where I understand.
I wiggle. God,
I'm
like if
also
this is a cartoon, there'd just be like a 30-second shot of just these two like
just right beside each other, one staring at the blueprints, the other staring at her.
Yep.
I think eventually she does pull herself back away from the blueprints because she's realizing, yeah, I'm too gay at the moment to do this that I'm supposed to be doing. I can't function. I need to get up and do something else until my brain works. And she looks up, and I'm gonna say that she sees TOC, and she's like, "Hi, hi!" And immediately her tail starts thumping against her hips because that's how hard she is wagging her tail.
Hi. Hello. Hi.
Hi, how are you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. How are you?
I'm also good. um, I'm gonna make. She was about to say she was gonna make omelets, but then she thought about that for a minute.
I don't mind if you eat some eggs.
Okay. I'm gonna make an omelet, and I'm also gonna make you a salad.
Think think they like they have to stop in the middle of signing thank you and like take a deep breath and then they say thank you, dear.
The red, um, the auburn fur on her face just goes red. And her tail just is a blur behind her butt. and and she can't say you're welcome because her mouth disappeared. which is not a bad thing in this context. And so she just kind of presses her snoot against TOC and then bounces along with her rollator to the other side of the island and then starts doing things with puppy level excitement and vibrating.
I think TUC goes over and looks at the blueprints and just sees the heart again, and they're just like, well. Okay. All right. They're good. They're good. They're good. Why wouldn't they be good? They're good. I think eventually they, like... So, we haven't necessarily... We haven't, so we're engaged.
Mm-hmm.
That's really good.
She nods. She nods very enthusiastically. She couldn't be happier.
Chicken is a mess. I think they were going to be like, are you sure you want to marry a chicken? Or is it really me that you want to marry? But the sheer force of how happy she is just like, questioning this would be an insult. They just take the fact that they were going to pine away in silence for the rest of their life, and that this was supposed to be a fake engagement, and they just sort of shuffle that away. We don't talk about it. We don't look at it. We do not see it. So instead, they're just like, well, I'll be honest, I've never planned a wedding before.
I haven't either. This will be a learning experience. My first husband and I, we got married in the courthouse, which is boring. Boring as hell.
We have so many people to invite. They look stressed. I have letters to write. I have people to track down. Oh my goodness.
Hey, it's gonna be okay. It's gonna be fun.
It will be. Everything's with you is fun.
Where's my Uno reverse card? I keep it on me somewhere in my overalls. I don't know where. But it's there. I know it. And she's starting to pat herself down. And, like, you can see behind her omelet is smoking.
I think that they hop up on the counter. And they move the omelet off the burner, and they turn the burner off.
She finds it and she slaps it down on the counter, not noticing that they did this. And
oh no,
Uno reversed. You have been Uno reversed.
I have been Uno reversed. How could this have happened?
And she is giggling like a mad lady. In the way that she does.
God, they love her so much. Whew. Sorry, I'm just emotions. Emotions, a lot of emotions.
Many emotions.
I think that, like, you go.
I know that there are parts of a wedding that are important to have, not just as guests, but like as people who also participate in the ceremony itself.
I'm going, if I need a limit on people that we can have for those sorts of things. Like, because I have a lot of people who are very dear to me. And while that's wonderful, I need a limit.
I am going to be completely honest. I love the fact that we have a big family. I have not met everybody yet, and I will admit, I love each and every one of them, even the ones that I haven't met yet. But is it okay if we have a bit of a limit on how many people we bring to the wedding?
Yeah.
I am still hiding.
And I suppose we should wait until there's maybe slightly less shit going on.
Yeah.
Again, the dragon. The dragon is a thing.
The dragon is a thing. And Marilyn is still a thing. And my dad. Everything happens all of the time.
I really don't understand it. We're very nice people. Why does everyone hate us?
I don't know. I think for me it's because, like, my family sucks. So, and that. But, like, I feel like normally when someone asks that you leave them alone, or normally you don't try to kill somebody, you know?
They're not like, yeah, that's perfectly reasonable. I mean, I just think I just might be an asshole.
You are not an asshole, you see, you understand. I know that my history is not the greatest, but I don't date assholes.
They look flattered. And they kind of consider, were we dating? I mean, we lived together. But did we just kind of skip to the engagement part?
I don't think we just skipped to the engagement part. I kind of thought we were married already, just we didn't need a ceremony or anything.
Oh! TOC looks both supremely embarrassed and euphorically happy.
Puppy Grandma is so confused and yet also very happy.
Okay, well, what time of year would you like to get married in? Because I don't mind waiting for like a particular season. I don't have any preference myself.
I wouldn't mind a fall wedding. It's pretty in fall.
Would you like it to be in October?
Maybe.
Would you like it to be at least a little bit Halloween themed?
Maybe. She has a slightly guilty puppy expression, but also a kind of knife cat expression of like, yes.
Would you like it to be very Halloween themed? TUC is just like TUC is just like, okay, let's break that down.
Oh, okay. And she's grabbing her notebook from her hammer space, which I don't know if some of the people in the audience know, but her hammer space is in her mouth. She just kind of reaches her whole paw into her mouth and pulls out a notebook and a pen and starts writing it down.
Okay. The guest list is going to take a while. Obviously, everyone who lives in this house. I'd like to invite my co-parents. I'd also like you to meet my co-parents because they are, I mean, they're platonic, but they're partners in a way. They're people that I trust very much and who are very dear to me.
Yes.
Also, I need to bug the professor about helping us time travel proof the apartment.
Yeah, Goldie finding that out, that was very interesting to hear a lot of different swears that she's used before, but also that was an interesting conversation.
She's a very loud monkey. I wasn't even part of that conversation, but I heard her.
She is a stagehand, and stagehands can be heard from miles.
TUC nods as if they know what this means.
Juniper does not elaborate.
Like, let's see. People outside the house. I'd like to invite Matt. Philippe. Philippe is the one who they're the uncle of the tadpoles. I think that you probably saw him as they were dropped off.
Mm-hmm.
Seeker will be difficult to get a hold of. Say again?
After mentioning Philippe and like having seen him, she was very like, too skinny, needs food.
Too skinny, needs food.
She concedes that Philippe is a beanpole and he needs more food. But she's listening.
It's like Seeker, Mac, certainly, Turpin, Jackie, and her mother, of course. And then they look up because is that good? Is that Is meeting Jackie and Abigail something that Juniper wants?
It's something that she wants, but she will admit that that is probably something that she will have to talk to Lynn or Goldie about due to the nature of the biological relationship.
They nod. Yeah, I think it would also be humane of us to put this off for a few months. So that Lynn doesn't feel pressured to check out our. At this point, I'm just assuming that Lynn is going to want to background check all of our guests.
At this point, she more than likely already has.
Fair enough.
She works a lot quicker and a lot more in depth than I think any of us realize. And give me just a moment.
How y'all doing so far?
I'm back.
Hey.
Wow. Yeah, I think maintenance outside is replacing the railings.
Excellent.
Which is good, because they have not done that in years. I know, because I've lived in these apartment complexes multiple times. But anyways.
I'm going to start recording, but it will be imperfect. Because apparently it didn't start when I hit record. So that's great.
I so gently pat you.
Anyways.
Give me just a moment. I can pause this recording again.
I pat you back. Affection.
Hell
but
yeah,
yes,
affection. Retorting, yes. Recording continued on my end.
Excellent. But yeah, it's. I mean, TUC like counts on their wings. I mean, if we want it to be in October. Hey, what time of year do we want it to be for this one?
Fuck.
It's like if we wanted like use IRL seasons, we can say that they're gonna wait a year. In order to make sure that everything is perfect. If we want, but we can also just be like, it's spring, it's summer. Continuity is not a thing in Toonkind D&D anymore, I don't think.
Quite frankly, I have not really been worrying too much about continuity. I will be entirely honest. Because 9 Lighthouses in general is just so convoluted.
Yeah.
To which
Fucking
case,
oops.
that is my fault. I'm sorry.
You are valid. You are valid. There's a reason why KT's god continuity is in dire straits. Anyways. I mean, what's a good amount of time to be engaged? Why don't we say that it's like I mean, we could just have the wedding game whenever we want to have the wedding game.
Yeah. We could say that this is whenever and then have the wedding whenever. It's just that we know in character that it is.
Mm-hmm.
So we could say that it's spring, and then also thank you to you both. We could say that it's spring,
Yeah.
and then when we do the game, say it's October.
Mm-hmm.
To which case, dear Lord,
Gosh.
I feel bad for
Yep.
Lynn.
Also, I think Casey is going to stop and consider, and they're going to be like, where do we want to have it?
See, this is where I the player, have a slight crisis because her heart says and screams Halloween Town because that is such a wonderful place and she loves it so fucking much. But I sit here and the fact that so much already happens in Halloween Town, and this October in particular is going to be one hell of an October for Halloween Town and the folks there.
Mm-hmm.
I think it might be good for them to have it in the new house.
Yeah, that was going to be my segue for her to be like, well, I've had this thought. Because we did talk about them talking about the new house.
Yeah. I just gotta get that out there. That's where her first thought went. But then she thought about it.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, Halloween is super important to that town. I'm not gonna do that. That's fucked up.
Mm.
But she thinks about it and she's like, I mean, how do you know how the apartment is already super small? I mean, there's this is a really really tiny kitchen, and there's not really much of a separation outside of between the living room and the hallway, outside of where the island is and then where the couch is. And the hallway is super small and there's only one bedroom, and that is sort of small considering who we have living here at the moment. And we can't really fit more than one couch, and we can't fit a foldable couch or a foldable bed because of how small it is. And we have one bathroom and all of these people. And it's super small. It's just very small.
TFC shudders. Well, that's true. I have mixed feelings about leaving it. I mean, it's us and it's the kids that make it what it is, but this was kind of my first home. You were my first home. The time that that fucking robber, I wondered where that man is every day.
Maybe we can invite him to the wedding. He did bring us together.
Let's not say we did. I feel like that would be a terrible trick to pull on Lynn.
I'm pretty sure she
Wait, how?
already caught him.
It's like, we want to get this guy out of jail. Why? So he can come to our wedding. Why? He stole from us.
She is laughing so much because she thinks that this was funny. Clearly she was joking, but like, it's funny.
It's funny.
Catch the thief like you did when you first met. There's no bouquet, there's just a thief with the bouquet.
TUC is just like, well, given that there would probably be at least one god in attendance, that would probably put the poor man's life in jeopardy.
Yeah, no. I'm joking when I say that. We don't do that.
No, I know. They kind of nuzzle.
um And that's fair. I mean, this is the first place that I really felt was an actual home. I mean, it didn't really feel like a home until you came along, but you were my home too,
But
and it's. I love this place, but it's too small for what we need now. And I can't deny that it is getting to be a little bit uncomfortable being in such a tight space with so many people. And I'm
we've
sure that the
outgrown it.
kids would like their own rooms.
We could make a very, very fun house.
We could absolutely just build one ourselves.
We could make it so that you don't have to worry about stairs.
I would love to not worry about stairs. Fuck stairs.
Fuck stairs. Maybe we could find a place with a nice big yard. I'm kind of used to having my garden be on a roof. I would like that. But we could have a training area and a place for the kids to run around.
That's absolutely hilarious. Guess what Juniper's gonna bring up next?
Oh boy.
Juniper's tail does a wiggle and she thinks for a moment and she's like, we could also have a greenhouse for plants when they're not in season but still can grow them.
That's wow. They sort of just sit quietly and just like imagine. I love you very much.
I love you. We my brain can function great. We would need so many rooms, but we could have like a front yard even.
We could. I mean, I do know several gods and a time-traveling alien who lives in a small box with infinite rooms. I'm sure that among the spellcasters that we know, they could make kind of an infinite house that we don't have to worry about there being enough room. Like, when people come in, there's just a room already made up for them.
They should probably clarify that it should be the intention to stay that makes the room. So that way it's like not every person that comes in just automatically has a room. Because I feel like that would overload it.
That would be something.
But we could absolutely build our own house and have everything that we want. Could have a fire extinguisher. Wouldn't have to call the fire department as often.
We could have a sprinkler system.
We could!
We could have a workshop for you that it's built so that you don't have to worry about moving around in it. You can work on as big projects as you want.
Oh, that would be nice. I would feel weird about leaving my old shop, though. Like, I know that we talked about the apartment. But I don't even know what I'd do with the shop after if I moved it.
It's you that made it what it was. I mean, I'm certainly not asking you to quit your day job. I know that you like it and we need it, but I mean, if you could make whatever you want, what would you make?
I mean, I would probably make vehicles in general. I mean, I can't really I can't build them from scratch. I mean, I can. I know how and I've done so before, but I don't think it's a great idea cuz like vehicles that I make tend to just come to life if they are from scratch. I tell you, those were weird experiences. I still have no idea where Gerby is.
Hey, Juniper.
Yes.
Did you They pair hands with their wings. Did you make Binky from scratch?
Yeah, I did. Although she was made with the purpose of being somewhat alive. She is a steel defender. So that I expected. Okay. I just didn't expect the rest.
I don't want to make you upset, And I certainly don't want to. This sounds crazy, but hear me out.
Okay.
Are we sure that Binky isn't your real baby?
I made Binky only 3 years ago.
Well, And they're wonderful. And I would not change a single thing about Binky. They are very much like a real person, Juniper. Like a real little child. And we know from Marigold that things that are metal can be people.
Mm-hmm.
So are you... Do you remember that night that you told me that you wanted to have a baby that was yours? Are you sure you haven't?
I wasn't even that far. I mean, I was decently far along. I was showing a little bit, but not that much. Um,
I'm
and
I don't know if they're the same baby, but Binky seems alive to me.
is that possible?
I really try not to ask myself that question anymore. I'm a talking chicken. I mean, there's a possibility we'll find out more as they grow. They make a questioning face. But I guess I just wanted to mention it to you so that um if it does turn out to be the case, it's not a huge shock.
Juniper's not upset, but she isn't delighted. She's more concerned and confused, and she doesn't know what that means. Like, and before continuing on, she's just gonna note down on a different piece of paper in her notebook to take Binky to someone who studies spirits or some shit.
Mm.
Somewhere where maybe they can tell, hey, yeah, there is a spirit inside this little robot dog, and that is why she is like that. And
Mm.
maybe they can tell her that, yeah, yes or no, that is your child, that is not your child, whatever.
Mm. I think TOC is just gonna gently cover her hand with their wing. Just Perhaps now wasn't the time to bring it up. I'm sorry. Can I ask how you're feeling?
Confused and concerned, but okay.
Okay. Okay.
Perhaps discussing that in particular more later would be good. I will probably be looking into somebody who can figure out whether or not this is true, and if so, what it means, and what to do, because I don't know. Um, but for the time being, back to the house, and in a way, back to the wedding as well. Once it's built, we could get married there.
That would be nice. That would be wonderful, I think. I like the idea of almost literally building a life together. One that's what we choose to make it.
Yeah, I also really like that.
There's a lot to do in the meantime.
There is.
It's a good a lot, but
It's still a lot. I know I would like Lynn to be there. Okay, she does not say Lynn because I don't think she knows Lynn's first name. She says Goldie.
mm,
And I wouldn't mind if she was the one that was what do you call that? The best man monkey, best monkey, and to
this
walk me
monkey.
down the aisle. Because I can't think of anyone else who should. I mean, outside of you, but like.
TUC is nodding like, yeah, that's logical. I don't know who I would choose. I honestly don't.
I mean, it doesn't have to be
Not.
decided right away.
This is something to keep discussing.
Yeah.
But I suppose I feel blessed that I get to. What a wonderful problem to have is to have too many friends to just pick one.
It is the best of problems. To have so much love in your heart that you don't know who should be the one to walk you down the aisle.
I
Oh, what a wonderful thing it is to get to marry you.
they go absolutely scarlet. Like, they like I think they kind of sag on the counter and they're just like, well, I'm going to be useless for this process. I don't care what happens. I just want my family around me and you at my side. I don't like it. I really, the more I think about it, I don't care about what the decorations are like, or the food is like, or where people sit. Like, I I get to marry you. Sorry, I think it's hitting me. I get to marry you. I'm glad that you chose me. I promise never to dishonor that and never to take it for granted.
I trust you.
I trust you. You know, if you do find anyone else, to know them and have them be part of our family, um, I'm okay with that.
If you want it to be an open marriage, I'm okay with that too.
Mm.
Just as long as
They
we
kind of
discuss it.
they kind of smile like, sure, multiple people who want to marry me, sure. But they're sincere. They're sincere when uh they sign as long as we're doing it together.
I don't think we could do it any other way. I don't think I would want to.
Me either. You know, for all the months upon, it's been over a year that we've been living together. I still can I just can't get to sleep right unless I'm laying next to you. That probably should have been my first clue.
The first night that you were here was the first night that I slept well, I think, in my entire life.
You know what? Give me 1 second.
Mm-hmm.
That's a not one to keep me cool. I think that like TOC is sort of staring at you kind of blankly, kind of expressionlessly, and two big tears well up in each of their eyes, and they glance down surprised because they don't know why they're crying, but they just are.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to make you cry. You just make me feel very safe.
Oh, that makes it worse.
I know! I know, I'm sorry!
They're just shaking their head like no, don't be sorry, don't. That's all I've ever wanted to do for you is make you feel safe. I'm so sorry. I'll be fine. I am fine. I love you.
I love you. And she's also saying that through giant puppy tears.
No.
She's saying it through
They-
giant puppy tears.
They reach up and they wipe them away. And just
Juniper's giant paws rub their tears away. And they're getting a giant hug. Big puppy arms.
yes. Gosh, I think that's where we end it.
Yeah, I think that's a good place. It's just them in each other's arms being sappy and gay.
Yeah. Man. Thank you all for listening, folks.
Thank you all for listening. Thank you, author, for playing.
Thank you, Bevel. Good Lord, they're gay.
God, they
Good
are
fucking
so
Lord.
gay.
Oh, excuse me.